Hello students. In last video we discussed the non-cooperation movement, Khilafat movement and the book written by Mahatma Gandhi, Hind Swaraj. And in his famous book Hind Swaraj, Mahatma Gandhi declared that British rule was possible in India because of the cooperation of Indians. Now we are going to learn about why did Mahatma Gandhi launch non-cooperation movement, reasons for launching the non-cooperation movement. क्यों non-cooperation movement को launch करना पड़ा, reasons क्या थे? First of all, to support the Khilafat movement. Students, we have learnt about the Khilafat movement in previous video. Against the Rowlatt Act and atrocities at the Jallianwala Bagh. Atrocities, Jallianwala Bagh में जो अत्याचार हुए उसके अगेंस्ट में नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट लॉन्च किया गया. टू ब्रिंग द मुस्लिम्स अंडर द अम्ब्रेला ऑफ यूनिफाइड नेशनल मूवमेंट. यूनिफाइड नेशनल मूवमेंट, इट मीन्स Mahatma Gandhi wanted to unify Hindus and Muslims for the freedom movement of India. Now the next topic is differing strands within the movements. The non-cooperation Khilafat movement began in January 1921. Very important thing, you must learn it. Remember the date. The non-cooperation Khilafat movement began in January 1921, and the non-cooperation movement started with the cooperation of middle class. How did middle class participate in this movement? First of all, non-cooperation movement start with the participation of middle class. Thousands of students left government controlled schools and colleges. The first step was the students, thousands of students left the government controlled school and colleges. Government control means British government. So many students left to show their protest against the British government. Next thing, headmasters and teachers resigned from their posts. Lawyers gave up their legal practices in British court. They gave up. They quit the practices in courts. The council elections were boycotted in most provinces except Madras. Council election also boycotted. काउंसिल इलेक्शन का विरोध किया गया, लेकिन मद्रास प्रोविंस ऐसा था जिसने विरोध नहीं किया. तो स्टूडेंट्स, ये आपको ध्यान रखना है कि कौन सा प्रोविंस था. तो मद्रास, वहां केवल प्रोटेस्ट नहीं हुआ, उन्होंने बाइकआउट नहीं किया, बाकी सभी स्थानों पर बाइकआउट किया गया. सो स्टूडेंट्स, दीज आर द रीजंस फॉर लॉन्चिंग नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट एंड हाउ did the non-cooperation movement start with the participation of middle class. Okay students, got it? Now the next topic, effects of non-cooperation movement on the economic front. What were the effects of non-cooperation movement on the economic front of India? The first effect was foreign goods were boycotted, liquor shops were picketed. Boycotted and picketed, two words are there. I will explain after this. Boycotted and picketed, they have different meanings. First effect क्या रहा कि इंडिया में लोगों ने विदेशी चीजों को बाइकआउट करना शुरू किया, उनका यूज करना बंद कर दिया, विरोध करना शुरू किया. नेक्स्ट थिंग, foreign clothes burnt in huge bonfires, और विदेशी कपड़ों की होली जलाई गई. The import of the foreign clothes halved between 1921 and 1922. Its value dropping its value dropping 102 crore to 57 crore. The value dropped from 102 crore to 57 crore. And merchants and traders refused to trade in foreign goods or foreign and finance foreign trade. Indian traders, Indian merchants refused. They denied to trade with foreign goods and finance foreign trade. Next thing, production of Indian textile mills and handlooms went up. It was the most positive effect on Indian economy. Production of Indian textile mills and handloom went up, increased. The mills and handloom production increased in India, textile mills. Okay, it was the most positive impact on Indian economy. Now, what is the meaning of boycott and what is the meaning of pictet? Students, it is very important. The meaning of boycott: to stop using or to stop buying or using the goods or services of a certain company or country as protest. Certain company or country as protest. विरोध स्वरूप किसी एक देश या एक कंपनी की चीज को नहीं खरीदना, उसका विरोध करना. ओके, इट इज नोन एज बाइकॉट. एंड व्हाट इज द पिक्टेट? A form of demonstration or protest by which people block the entrance to a shop, factory or office. सभी स्थानों का विरोध किया जाएगा, यहां लोग नहीं जाएंगे. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, हैव यू गॉट द मीनिंग ऑफ बाइकॉट एंड पिक्टेट एंड द इफेक्ट्स ऑफ नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट on Indian economy? Okay, so students, non-cooperation movement was going very well. People boycotted foreign goods, clothes. Many people, teachers, headmasters, resigned from their posts, and it was going very well. Traders did not support the foreign trade, etc. But after some time, the non-cooperation movement slowed down in cities. There were some regions due to the non-cooperation movement slow down in cities. What were the regions? We are discussing here the region due to non-cooperation movement slowed down in cities. The first region is Khadi. Khadi cloth was often more expensive than mass-produced mill cloth, and poor people could not afford to buy it. The most important reason, Khadi. It was so expensive, so costly in comparatively in mill-made cloth in England. And poor people cannot afford to buy it because it was so expensive. Comparatively, mill-made cloth in England. इंग्लैंड में बने हुए कपड़े के बजाय खादी लोगों के लिए महंगी पड़ती थी, वो उसे खरीदना अफोर्ड नहीं कर पाए, इसलिए ज्यादा लंबे समय तक वो नॉन कोऑपरेशन में इस चीज को फॉलो नहीं कर सके. सेकेंड रीजन, there was no any alternative Indian institutions because students left their schools and colleges, lawyers give up the practices in British courts, but there was a problem. There was no any alternative Indian institution because teachers and lawyers gave up their practices. But there was a problem. there was no any alternative Indian institution. They became unemployed and they have to rejoin again the courts and schools and colleges. This is the second reason. Students and teachers began to trickling back. Students and teachers began to trickling back to the government schools and lawyers joined back work in government schools. Trickling back. It means they rejoined the government colleges and government schools. Why? Because there was no any alternative Indian institution. And the next, Chori Chora Satyagrahis burned the police station in Chori Chora. Chori Chora situated in Gorakhpur district of Uttar Pradesh. So in Chori Chora in 1992 an event took place. Some Satyagrahis burnt the police station and Mahatma Gandhi called off the non-cooperation movement. Okay student, these are the reasons of slowed down the non-cooperation movement in cities. Okay.